All right, folks, welcome back to PrepperNow. Today we're going to be talking about why you should keep your head on a swivel. This is kind of a morning drive and talk, switch things up over on the other channel a little bit to see if we couldn't get a little better sleep and still be in line with hanging out with the family. Here we go. Welcome to PrepperNow.
Please, Lord, help me get one more.
All right, friends, thanks so much for being here. PrepperNow. You know what to do, hit the buttons and stuff. Check the links in the description. Consider membership. We're just glad to have you here. And I want to talk about why you should be swiveling and just generally aware, because I think things are about to start to ramp up in ways that we're not going to like. So, crisis report today. I did a late edition. So when I do it this way, I used to wake up and kind of add some stuff on that happened over the night. And one story was about a third term for our dear Orange Man Bad. The people on the other side of the aisle, if you want to call them that, I don't think they're really political. I think they're just combatants, really, that are currently going from about. I think they're going to start to really activate. And the activation is coming. They're going to start to do some things. And we're not going to really like what happens. And when they hear stories like that, it really does bug them. And some of them tend to lash out. I don't think I have to tell you about all the stuff that's been going on at certain car dealerships as of lately. We're gonna get to that here in a moment. But I just got done listening to the Popular Report, which I do. It's kind of my morning drive. I put on old Steve and listen up. And I think some of the people that call in or write in and give stories, I think there's some embellishment. I'm sure some people, add, exaggerate, whatever. There was a story that came on today about a person in Sacramento area whose Mercedes, not a Tesla, was shot a few times. And what this person attributed it to was the fact that he had an American flag out on his front porch swinging. I think that is a very real thing. Now, if you've got anything of a political nature, even if it's an American flag, on your car, on your front doorstep, anywhere, you are potentially going to have to deal with some extra crap. I just think it's a worry, and it's something you should consider. There's another story about a Tesla dealership up in Canada that was attacked, and 70, 80 some vehicles were affected. I don't know exactly the extent. I don't know the different things that happened, but the thing that caught my eye was this is in Canada. As far as I know, Doge is not affecting Canadian government. It's only an American phenomenon. And then I remembered it doesn't matter for a lot of these people. They act as they do, they're violent as they are, because, again, this is more of a religious thing to them. Politics is not normal or something. It's really a part of their being. Their politics is cult-like. Okay. I think we're going to start to see a lot more issues and violence and acting out and just rando incidents like the guy's flag on his front porch. I think you're going to start to see people get attacked randomly in the streets. My good man Prepper Dog put out a video saying that there's potential for an attack in late March at a medium-sized city. And I started to think about that. Over the late part of this month, you've got the Tesla takedown that is coming. So there is action going on in the back. Now, I don't know if it's state, if it's political group activism of a violent nature, I don't know. But the general thing that you should be considering is that when you're out in public, when you're doing your thing, there's a real faction of people that are not happy with what's going on and are willing to act out on that in a physical manner. You really should have your head on a swivel. You really should have your situational awareness. There's just too much going on right now that if you're being lackadaisical and you're out in public and you're not really paying attention, there's a real potential that you might at least be by proxy or, in the periphery of something to happen. I think situational awareness right now is key. I think a lot of people are very excited about some things that are going on, but for those people, there's also not as many, but there's a small population of people that are really kind of sitting back, biding their time, thinking, you know what? When I get a chance, I'm going to do something terrible. Yesterday, I posted on my SubscribeStar and Locals a video of a man walk up to a Tesla Cybertruck, take his right hand, smear it between his left and right butt cheek in the backside, and this guy didn't exactly look hygienic as it was, and go over and then smear that onto the Cybertruck. And yes, it was 10 times as disgusting to watch it live as it was to just describe it here, as my stomach starts to turn. It could be something as simple as that. It could be something more dangerous as, a flag getting shot up. When you're out in public, when you're out doing things, when you're just basically around, you make sure that you have that situational awareness. Because there's a lot of people out there that are very angry and they're not afraid to act on it. All right, friends, God bless. If you like what we're doing here, check out the links in the description. Consider membership, consider joining the channel, consider just subscribing if you're new here. We love having you. Tomorrow is my 5-year anniversary for being here on the tube. So that's all because of you guys. I really appreciate you all and your support. If you'd asked me 5 years ago when I was considering on this day to start a YouTube channel, not knowing really what it was about, I would be where I am and doing what I'm doing, and it's become the phenomenon that it is. I would have said there's no way. There's no way. And that's because of this fantastic community. I'm really blessed by God, by all of you. Because with the things I've seen in 5 years, man, it has just gotten crazier and crazier. And you guys keep it cathartic, and you keep me sane. All right, friends, on that one, God bless. Have a great day.